All right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody, welcome to a mobile conversations with Jeff International. Where our mission is to bring folks in from all over the world, from different backgrounds, different experiences, from the professional high at the highest level to the person that just came off the street, home from homeless to the boardroom, baby, right? And they're talking about their journey, sharing the growth that they gained from the journey, sharing the lessons. Oh man, the things that we all need to be able to apply in our lives when life shows up, and that's thinking is kicking our butt, right? Because life is about the comeback, baby, right? Anyway, these folks come in, man, and they spend some time with us, and we chat it up, and then we leave you with some empowering solutions, right, to help offset the stinking thinking that goes on internally, and most importantly, to kind of protect yourself from the external chatter that's going on, right? I mean, man, it's if you're in the U.S., always something happening in the U.S. It's just been a crazy time in this place. Hey, it's still the best place to be, in my opinion, but man, there's some things moving in different directions, and it's hard to keep up. So, but you get a chance to reset yourself, reposition your thought process, and perspective is so important. And your stinking thinking feeds that perspective one way or another, right? I heard something the other day about not so much listening to yourself as much as talking to yourself, right? So anyway, these folks come in and we talk about these things, man, and then we hope that we can't control what you do, but we hope that one, you gain something from the conversation. Two, you're able to apply what you've learned from the conversation. And number three, you keep coming back and you share this information with other people because your value is important to us. Your time is important. What we do for you is important. And so I can go on and on and on about those things. And also, too, there's times when I show up like today and just kind of share something that's on my mind, and which is the subject of today is parents, are you really ready for a summer break? And hey, it's been a long time since my kids have been in and around summer breaks and that. But now, as a grandparent, right, we get to relive the experience from a different perspective, but still important to see and communicate. And I've got a 14-year-old, and she's just really, I have the opportunity and the gift to take her to school, and we get to chat, and she tells me all these things, I'm her pop, right? And so I'm now pops because that sounds a little cool. I'll be whatever she wants me to be, right? So we're talking, and she's telling me all these things, and so it's just hang on because I'm going to get back to that. But I want to make sure I introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeff Tyson. I am the host of Conversations with Jeff International and founder of Comeback King Enterprises. What's up, Big Russ? Hey, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for the hollering out to us this weekend, too, brother, man. I love you as always. You're always there, and I really appreciate you. And I'll be sure to connect with you sometime, if not today, tomorrow for sure. But anyway, my name is Jeff Tyson, and known as the Comeback King, and also creating and founder of the Comeback King Enterprises, where we are focused on providing coaching and speaking and some consulting in and around the thinking, and leadership. So anyway, I want to get to why I'm here because I'm on a kind of a crunch schedule and I'm late already. So thank you, Russ, for showing up. And for those of you that are here, let me know where you're at. And if I don't get to you in the chat, forgive me. I will make sure I look at it later. I just don't know how to maneuver it in this phone that well. So anyway, why kids? Why am I talking about spring break? Well, man, listen. Well, number one, my daughter's a teacher, and she's fired up about the summertime, and she really misses her kids and all that. But I get to hear the different situations the kids are going through, right? From the kids that have, everything's great at home to the child that is really just, being at school is the relief for them. Being at school is the time they eat. Being at school is the only love or communication they really get from an adult. So it's all that stuff that's moving around, right? And so I was thinking, man, look, I looked at some statistics, some statistics around, something that is, oh man, it just happens all the time, and it's about suicide and depression for our youngsters, right? And why is it that they're having that? So I wrote down four things I saw, if I can get my hands on them, that can help kind of offset that. That you can use parents through the summer, and just however you can to help your child, right? Because I will tell you something. Man, listening to my granddaughter, as I mentioned to you, she talks about it, and I ask her questions about bullying. I mean, it's been a long, long time since I've been in school, but some things are still the same. Peer pressure is still the same. Low self esteem is still a reality, right? No matter what you can put on to disguise it, right? And then not fitting in, man. I just remember when I was a kid, I really just wanted to fit in, right? And I struggled with how people told me about myself, my self image. And it was really crazy because I had two dynamite parents and, we had more than most, but, I was really like just lost in the sauce, man. I'm going to talk a lot about it today, but I always like to share the fact that I know what it feels like to be on that side when you really just, and you're not sure. Just not sure if anybody cares. You're just not sure if what people are telling you about yourself as a kid are true, and they used to call me all kind of names because I was, anyhow, man, I'm so grateful for those lessons. So parents, be ready to spend some time with your kids. And I know we're busy parents. I know we're busy people. But I'm asking you, be ready to spend some time this summer with your kids. And so I was going to mention some of the things that I think are really important, and they're real simple. Make sure some things that don't cost you any money, and that's get your kids off of these doggone phones, off their computer, off of their whatever it is that has them focused. They already have the humpback because all they do all day is look at their phone. Take the phone away from them. Create something that you guys can do for 60 minutes a day, some type of exercise, some type of something. There's still parks out there that don't cost any money. I take our grandkids, we swing on the swings, I hang on the monkey bars, right? I mean, I can still swing on the swing. Anyway, find something to do that you can spend at least 60 minutes a day on exercise. It'll be good for you, it'll be good for them, and more importantly, it'll help them kind of reset. Because technology, all that does is just accelerates the brain process. Anyway, that's another conversation. So that's one of them, right? And then make sure they're getting plenty of rest. These are simple things to do. I know you know them, but I'm just reminding you, right? If your kids are exercising, and do more than an hour if you can. If you can wear your child out outside, then the chances are they're going to be more hungry. They're going to be able to take liquids, drink waters. They're going to be doing kids do, right? They need that exercise, man. And you do too. So, and they get tired and they get hungry. And here's the next thing: make sure they're getting plenty of rest. Turn off the technology way before you put them to bed. I mean, hey, if they're grown kids, it's a different conversation. I want to talk to those other ones that I don't know what age is. It maybe from 4. My granddaughter's 4, from 4 to 10, maybe, right? Or maybe somewhere a little older than that. These are kids that really are under your control most of the time. Make sure they're getting plenty of rest. Turn off the technology, man. The brain is spinning constantly, and that technology just puts it on steroids. Then you expect them to go to bed, right? So anyhow, make sure they get plenty of rest. And the next piece of it is, without being a helicopter parent, you helicopter parents know who you are, but the other parents that are really, really concerned about connection with your child, make sure you're spending, not just being the parent that tells them what to do all the time, but connection time, right? Talk to them. Get down on your knees and get down at their level. Get them face to face where they can see you if they're little ones. If they're older, sit down with them in a chair and make sure they're having eye contact with you. Make sure you really, really spent your time on paying attention. Turn off your doggone phone. Turn off the computer. Don't take any calls if you have some time in this one-on-one. I mean, think about how that makes you feel if somebody does that to you and you're doing it to your kids. Stop it. I'm guilty of it, man. Right? And so I'm really working on being better at it. And if you get interrupted for some reason, make sure that that's the only interruption you have, right? Anyway, so you guys with me so far, right? If you're in the chat, just drop a thumbs up. Hopefully this is just kind of making you think about it. Or you may not be parents anymore, but you have kids that are parents, so you can have this conversation with them, right? I mean, the last thing is school connection. Find out if there's some relationships that they have going on that they may not see each other because of the natural school being open every day, where maybe you can make some arrangements to continue that relationship with them. You get a chance potentially, if you happen, to meet the child's parents, right? So make sure that relationships are continued from into the classroom through the summer and back to school again, right? That it may be inconvenient, but that's okay. Those are your children. Learn to be inconvenienced, right? It's all part of being a parent. It's all part of doing the best we can, right? To be inconvenienced is just part of him. Anyway, so what did I say? I said four things, right? Exercise, rest. Tell me what the third one was. Exercise, rest, be attentive parenting, right? Not the helicopter parent, but that parent that's really focused on talking to them, making sure they're looking at you as they're talking back to you, eye to eye contact, right? I mean, that's some old school stuff. When your kids, if your children do not learn how to grow up and communicate with people, they're going to be lost. I don't care how savvy they are with technology or how successful they are. If they don't know how to communicate, I don't care how many grades of A's they get. Communication, in my opinion, is the most important piece that we can give our children. And that's our responsibility, not the schools. It is the schools also, but it starts at home. All this stuff starts at home, right? Anyway, and then the fourth one was make sure you connect them with some friends that that they hang out with in school, right? And so that's that age group from 4 to 10 years old. So those of us, 10 to 18, it's a whole nother level of conversation, right? And all I can tell you is this. Ah, ooh wee. How do I say this? Don't be in denial around the fact that your child, just because they're your child, doesn't do things that aren't good for them. Don't hang around friends that aren't good for them. Don't experiment with things that aren't good for them. Don't be that parent that just is so caught up in whatever it is that you're missing the reality of the fact that you don't know, first of all the things they're doing. There's no way, right? That's just, you take away their phone, they'll find a friend's phone. You take away their laptop, they'll find their friend's laptop. You take away whatever it is, they'll find a way. That's just the way our society is today. So anyhow, man, statistics around younger girls in particular versus boys, and that dreadful outcome of suicide is higher with young girls. And man, we got to be careful what we don't do around our parents, around our kids rather. Are we talking to them? Are we judging them? Do your children come to you about things that make you uncomfortable, right? Because it's like, woohoo, you may not be that parent that's able to communicate freely like that, but they come to you about things because that's what kids should be able to do, should feel comfortable doing, right? If we allow that environment, if we foster that environment. So, but these that early teenage, late teenage, 10, 12 years old, there's a lot happening, man. You know, you know, kids are having sex like crazy, young age, right? Kids are getting high still like crazy, right? Young age, and it's a different kind of drug, and they're vaping, they're all these things that we don't think they're doing. Maybe look, all I want to say to you is this, man. When they're grown and gone, it's over, right? They're into another thing. You don't have that opportunity that we have right now as parents, right? Whatever the age of your child, they all want to feel loved. They all want to feel appreciated. They all want to know that you care about them, and you can show them those things without giving them a bunch of fancy toys. Don't placate their emotions with toys and trips, and then you're not even there. You're not even present, right? Stop that stuff, man. I see it all the time, right? The nannies with the kids or the babysitters with the kids, and that's okay. I mean, that's how it is. It is. But for those of you that have your kids this summer, think about what we're talking about. Grandparents, if you got children, they send this to them. Let them talk. Let them hear this. And I encourage each one of you as I get ready to say goodbye to you today. Thank you, first of all, for showing up and listening. And if you're dropping some comments in the chat, please continue to do that. Just not able to see them here, but I see some thumbs up and some love. I appreciate everybody that's showing up today. And then you're going to pass this message on because it's like, I saw, what did I see? It was around somebody that, man. Anyhow, the child had done something really cool. I'm gonna close with this. The child had done something really cool and couldn't wait to tell his parents. Right? So he tells the parents, and the parents, unfortunately, like we are often. Listen to me when I say this. Like we are often, we are caught up in what's going on. So then our child comes to us, and then we react rather than respond in a way that cuts them off. Right? Be careful. Make sure when your children go to bed at night, young, old, whatever it is, that they get the best of you, right? They get the best of you. And I want you to hear me when I say this. Let the words that they hear and they're resting when they're asleep at night be the words that I love you, I need you, I value you, you are important, you are wanted. However it is for you. So when they close their eyes and go to sleep, that's the message they get versus screaming at them, versus judging them, versus saying things. Because there's power in the tongue, baby. Oh, man. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That's some crap. Words cut worse. So, anyhow, give them something to think. Velvet words as they rest. And in the morning, give them the same thing. Give them an opportunity to stand tall and stand strong, knowing that they are loved. We only got one shot at this thing. So, anyway. Hey, listen, I appreciate the opportunity to share some of these thoughts with you guys, and you have a fantastic day. And man, we got some powerful things coming up later on in the month for you fellas out there. So hit me up. I think my calendar is in there. For those of you who've been asking how you can contact me, do that. Let's connect. Have a fantastic day. Watch this Thinking. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Sorry I was a little late. As you can see, I'm on the move today. And don't let nothing stop you from reaching your destiny. You should not be denied. Don't let thinking be the reason why you act a doggone fool with your kids. Yeah, don't do it. And nor say you're sorry if you have to. Let your kids see you say, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Oh, that's powerful. Let them see the human side. Show them some love. And have a great time. So anyway, have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks everybody for stopping in. And showing some love, the thumbs up and the love. And I will look at this later and then get back to everyone. So have a great day. And don't let nothing stop you from reaching your destiny, baby. You shall not be denied. Russ, I'll talk to you a little later, man, if you're still around. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.